Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Smite. My name's Basilisk and I'm still your host, so let's get started. In the last just before last week we had an intro episode that explains what the hell is going on. In this episode, we're going to start things off by covering the tutorials, or two of the tutorials, and afterwards the Hunter class. Alright, so we're going to go to the training map here. Load. I said load! And we're going to start with the basic tutorial. Mostly because I want to rag on it. Also, I remember this loading screen taking a while. Oh boy. Yep, this takes a while. I don't know why this loading screen takes so long, but it does. If it takes too long, I might cut it out. We will see, we will see, we will see, we will see, we will see. I suppose if you're hearing any of this, I elected not to cut it out. Also, my right ear itches. Obnoxious. Hey, okay. I press okay. I have to actually use the mouse. Okay. This is the only part of Smite with a story that I'm aware of.
Don't fall to the Chaos Forces.
And I'll be honest, the fact that this part has a story kind of pisses me off because it shows that a story mode would work with this game, and yet no MOBA company will ever put a damn story mode in. Fuckers.
The Phoenix has fallen. Our defenses aren't enough. I must call on help from the gods. Neith, the Egyptian weaver of fate, you have arrived just in time. Hurry, defend the Phoenix until it respawns.
Use the W, A, S, and D keys to move, and use the mouse to turn.
I'll be completely honest, I hate the tutorial lady in this game. She exists mostly to repeat shit that you've just been told. Also, solid wall of fog, very subtle. On our way.
Here comes a wave of enemy minions. Destroy them.
Use the mouse to aim.
Yeah, I use a controller when I play Smite because I'm a PC console gaming peasant.
Each time you slay an enemy or destroy an objective, you gain experience or XP. Gain enough XP and you will level
it
up,
took my controls.
allowing you to unlock abilities. Press F1 to unlock Spirit Arrow. By default, your abilities will be trained automatically for you after this tutorial.
Yes, I actually recommend keeping that on.
Enemies are approaching. You must use your powerful ability.
Spirit Arrow is a line attack that can strike multiple enemies within its highlighted area. Press 1 to bring up the targeter. With the targeter visible, press the left mouse button to fire.
I don't know why it automatically fired on me, but since I use a controller, 1 is X. Hello.
Excellent work. Head back to the fountain and let's prepare to advance.
You've taken a lot of damage and need to replenish your health.
No, I haven't.
You can do this by pressing the B key and quickly return to your fountain.
Recall. On a controller, it's the right control stick.
Gold can be used to purchase items from your team's item store, but only while you are in your base fountain. Open the item store now by pressing I.
And this is about the only time I use the keyboard and
This
mouse.
is your recommended tab and shows items most likely to help you in your role. One of these items is Light Blade, which increases your damage and the speed of your basic attacks. Click on the item icon, then click the purchase button to buy it. At level 1, you can choose your first relic. Relics can be used like abilities, but don't require mana. There are a wide variety of relics available, but for now we will be obtaining meditation as our first relic.
Indeed we will.
Click the relic icon. Finally, let's buy a consumable item. Unlike relics, consumable items can only be used once. Select the healing potion, then click the purchase button to buy it. Very good. These items will help you in your battles. Remember, there are other views in the shop. You can use this view to search for other relics or consumables.
I never use the all items view. I don't know anybody who does.
Go now.
I'm going.
Your tower is under attack from enemy minions. Go there now and defeat them.
And that's why I hate Tutorial Lady in this game. All she does is repeat shit
Middle tower is under attack.
that you've just been told. I mean, we were just told to go defend our tower. Get out of here.
Impressive.
Ugh.
The relic you chose earlier, meditation, can be used to replenish health and mana for yourself and for your allies. Use that relic now.
On a controller, left relic is L1, right relic is R1, or left bumper and right bumper. Item is left. Or your left item is left, your right item is right. And yeah, I just completely wasted an item. I don't care because I don't need
If
it.
the tower targets you, fall back out of range.
Yeah, we just want to wail on this tower here. It goes down pretty quick because this is the most unrealistic fight ever. Tower kill. And the enemy god Ymir shows up.
Look out! The enemy god Ymir has joined the fight. Defeat him and move on to the enemy Phoenix.
I bet we would have put someone else in the spot because Ymir can be a bit difficult to take. Or never mind. Ymir is tanky, but this is like the worst bot Ymir ever.
Ahead is the enemy Phoenix, which can only be damaged by your
Yes,
basic attack.
this is
Once
true.
destroyed,
Basic
all
abilities
enemies
don't work
spawn
on the
with
Phoenix at
powerful
all.
weapons and deal more damage. Unlike towers, a Phoenix will eventually respawn. Destroy the enemy Phoenix, but remember to let your
Enough! I will handle this myself!
With Neath on my side, you have no chance.
Right, let's
We shall see.
do this. This is an enemy
storm into
titan.
the enemy base and destroy their titan to win.
And enemy titans can be a bit rough. Normally, this guy, on the other hand, is just going to target my goons and ignore me while I circle strafe him. To aim. And down he goes. Seriously, why isn't there never some variation of story mission? Pisses me off. I accept bot matches with cutscenes. But yes, this gameplay is not Ow! What the fuck was that noise? Ah, yes, the title screen. Or the results screen. This gameplay does not preclude fucking story mode. Pisses me off. Anyways, over here on the left, favor, which is just the amount of money, in-game money you have. Worshippers, which is basically experience points for your god. Experience, which is experience points for you. Accolade, shows first special bonuses you get. Over here, detailed results for your stats and build. Over here, even more detailed results. You also notice I'm level 15. No, I'm not high enough level at this game to play competitively. No, I wouldn't even if I was. This is not a game I don't do competitive level gameplay. It's not something I'm typically interested in. Anyways, more tutorial. Let's move on to tutorial 2, which is just practice. 3v3. Also, this will give us brief tutorials for the gods. I'm just going to skip past them because I'm going to be covering all the classes. Shut up.
At long-range combat, dealing physical damage with strong basic attacks. Hunters rely on powerful.
I'm going to be sticking with Neath throughout the tutorials because she's familiar and it gives me some consistency. Eef. Also, I might wind up not getting like any kills during this tutorial because I'm going to try and show off what's on the Joust map instead of just focusing purely on the objective. Although I do kind of find it kind of funny that Artemis is here. Why this game decided I need a second hunter, I don't know. Anyways, I also never actually see me use the recommended items bollocks, because I don't care. Grab Heavenly Wings. Away we go! Alright, first thing we're going to do is pop left. You already saw the main road. And... right, as you can see, there are... ah, yes, there's a jump button. It's left stick. There are buff camps. 2 for mana, 1 here, and another one on the opposite side over here. These will spawn in when minions spawn in. Yeah, see, here's the other one. The buff camps haven't been filled yet. There they are. Yeah, you can fight these guys for some extra mana. I don't really think you need to bother. Let's fight some folks. Hi! Bye! This is the Bull Demon King. He hasn't spawned in yet either. I think he spawns in once the first tower is destroyed. See ya. Defeating him gives you a really big buff. Jesus Christ, Hercules, fuck off. Here, come play in my tower. Jackass. Alright, with him down, I'm going to pop back over here and heal because son of a bitch. Didn't expect him to chase me down like that. Alright. There's one other buff camp. A damage buff camp over here to the right. Go past our sleeping dragon on a tower. Very cool looking. While they tear up the enemy tower. Now these buffs are actually pretty easy to deal with. Each buff camp is one big enemy plus a little smaller one. Anyways, beating the all 3 enemies makes the big enemy drop an egg, which I will now use to cause massive damage. Anyways, we'll get rid of our enemy minions here. Do some damage to Hercules. Because I do want to take care of the enemy tower. Also, I am like out of mana. Alright, we'll just tear through these guys really quick. Let them foul. Oh, jeez. I'm running low on health, too. We are going to retreat for health and mana. Okay, let's bitch about the tutorial now. Why do I hate the tutorial so much? Because it's a shit tutorial. Alright? Actually, that's not entirely true. It does cover the basics of what you want to get done in the game fairly well. The problem, itchy nose, is that it also is repetitive. Basically, actually, they could just cut out the damn tutorial lady and the tutorial would be fine. But no, they make you put up with her useless ass. So, that doesn't happen. Instead, you're stuck. No, I haven't. With her obnoxious arse repeating everything you've just been told. Thanks for the healing, Raw. You bot bastard. Fuck it. Well, there's only a middle lane here, jackass. Let's get rid of Hercules. Yeah, I'm not gonna get Anubis. Alright, I'm gonna retreat again. But yeah, that, and I wish it explained things like buff camps and whatnot, which it doesn't, and I don't know why. Anyways. Sorry, I just got focused on killing Raw there. By the way, if there's any game where my commentary is going to waver in between being good and being absolutely terrible, as well as my gameplay, it's going to be Smite, because it requires a lot of attention. I have to give both attention to the gameplay and the commentary, so I apologize for that. Okay. Damn it. Alright, I'll just abuse you for a minute. Whoa! Getting hit hard here. Let's take a step back. Funny, this actually went better than last time I played the tutorial. Whatever. I did a practice run to see how much I would hate the tutorial. Alright, so let's grab another item. I'm not really paying much attention to my build here. I just went with the standard build. I'm going right down the row. When I cover the gods in more detail, I'll have custom builds for them, which I will show off. Anyways, let's go. Wow, algae's acting up. Oh, nope. That Phoenix is not dead. I know, it's just really badly, too. Not like you get... Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, as for the character chosen for the tutorial, Neith, and the one I'll be sticking with, Neith's not terrible. She's not the most straightforward, but she gets the job done. Fuck off! Let Artemis drive. Oh, hello. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna pop back to that thing there and... Okay, honestly, I didn't expect to be having this much trouble with this. I might shoot for the bull god now. He should be spawned in. And I think he's been nerfed in this tutorial, so I think I might actually be able to solo him. Which normally I wouldn't even recommend trying. Actually, I'm gonna chase down the damage buff before I do that.
An enemy has been slain.
Good. Because you'll notice these guys go down a lot quicker now that I'm not freaking level 2. Alright, there we go. Or level 3. Alright, we've got a damage buff. Yeah, we've got enough. Let's see if I can pull this off. Bull Demon King is kind of difficult. Nope. Bye. Well, maybe. Let's give him a bit of a run around. Yeah, no. See ya. Worth a shot. But that just ended in me being dead. So, let's get some heals. A new item. Physical penetration, always good. I don't know if it's ever actually possible to solo the Bull God. I think the Bull God, Raging Bull God, whatever his fucking name is. I think it can be done at very high levels, but I don't think we're going to get that high. Let's see if they can kill Neith. No, she's going to make it away. Oh, maybe not. Get out of here! Let's chase her off. And do some damage to the Phoenix. No, I have it. Fuck you. Ow. Shit hurts. Okay, I guess we're waiting back in. Phoenix is down. Now let's take a deicide.
An enemy has been slain. Deicide.
And that is the entire enemy team. The deicide is what happens when the entire enemy team is down. I finally died. Don't know if I'll be able to finish that off. Not looking good. I'm going to be here for a bit, so I'm going to watch my money count up and see if I get enough for... Oh, we won. Okay. Right on. But yeah, that's the tutorial. Neith's an... Oh, fuck. Did I get completely distracted? Neith is an alright... Or the first two tutorials. Neith is an alright character for the tutorial. She's not my favorite, but she does a decent enough job at it. And yes, we still get no points for that, although I think we do get to keep the accolades. For the deicide. He's nice. Oh, I guess I don't get the deicide accolade. Anyway, yeah, so that's the tutorial. I don't have anything to add to that, so let's go talk about hunters. Yeah, see you there. Alright, so the hunter class. The hunter class is a class I've had a bit of a rough history with. When I first started playing Smite, I didn't get into him that much, if or really at all. However, when I started practicing for this series, I found that I actually started to really enjoy playing as certain hunters. Others, not so much. Anyways. However, the thing about the hunters is that they're one of the least flashy classes. Unlike the other damage dealing god classes, hunters rely mostly on their basic attack to deal their damage, which means early on in the game they're not going to be doing much. However, late game they can actually be incredibly strong. They'll take out most mages or assassins or even other hunters if they don't get caught pretty quickly. The problem is that they're also kind of squishy, so they can be taken out fairly quickly themselves. With hunters, the thing I've noticed is, for their builds, is you want items that focus on boosting their regular attack power and attack speed, as well as giving them some lifesteal. In addition, you also want items that buff their movement speed for when they need to get out of a fight. To that end, I've noticed that you want relic. For relics, I usually use Heavenly Wings, which boosts movement speed by a lot, and Belt of Frenzy, which can be really helpful when getting those last kills. Another thing with hunters is most every god or goddess in Smite has some form of crowd control. For hunters, that crowd control is actually usually a major part of their kit. The only exception I can think of where it's not the focus of their special abilities, one of the focuses of their special abilities actually, is Scotty, and even then it's a major part. A lot of them have, if not slowdowns, outright rooting abilities, which means they stop an enemy from moving, period. The trick I've noticed when playing a hunter is to know when to use their roots or slowdowns, and when to use their ultimates. Their abilities don't usually cause high damage, but they can help out a lot in putting an enemy in a place where you can just finish them off with basic attacks. Or if they've been weakened with your basic attacks and need to be finished off, then, because they managed to escape, then it's a good time to use the ultimate. Another thing is... sorry. My brain shut down for a moment. Okay. Another thing with them is a lot of their abilities work while supplementing their basic attacks, but as I've been repeatedly stating, they aren't a replacement for it, so you do have to be careful. Another thing with hunters is... I'm not even sure how to put this. Another thing with hunters is that because they don't have the flashiest attacks, compared to a lot of the other classes, is a lot of people tend to overlook them. If they're in the middle of a fight with somebody else, like a mage or an assassin who do have flashier attacks, it's easy for an enemy not to notice that you come in as a hunter and are actually doing more damage at a steadier rate than the mage. So if you can ambush an enemy, especially one that's already in a team fight, even if they're winning, you can usually whittle them down pretty quickly. I have noticed as a hunter, I actually tend to get accused of kill stealing a lot. Okay, so on that, hunters may actually be a class that excels at kill stealing, but the thing is, I don't care. Kill death ratios are not a thing that I find important, which is why I don't usually play DPS, I suppose. But anyways, yeah. The thing is, if you're going to play a hunter, you have to be prepared, A, not to have the flashiest attacks, but also need to be aware that just holding down the fire button is a good way to get yourself killed. Yeah, when you're attacking in Smite, your movement speed slows down. So if you get into a rhythm where you're actually just missing the enemy, you need to let off the fire button, and you also can just backpedal and shoot to try and get away from an enemy. That doesn't work. Usually that's another good time to use your slowdowns or your crowd control. It's also part of the reason why I always get heavenly wings on a hunter, in case things start going downhill. I can pop that and get the hell out of there. Very useful. Yes. One other thing to note when playing. One last thing to note when playing as a hunter. When playing as a hunter, you'll usually want to be if you're playing as a hunter in conquest mode or joust mode or whatever, one thing you want to be aware of, even if you're laning, even if you're holding down a lane, is you want to be aware of the jungle routes. Because if you manage to make an enemy retreat, or you think they're trying to ambush you, knowledge of the jungle routes can be important to either finishing off an opponent, or getting a kill. Not necessarily knowing where they go in the first place, but if you manage to drive an enemy into the jungle, knowing where the closest out after that can be incredibly useful information, as going through the lanes is usually faster. But yeah, going through the lane, if you drive your opponent into the jungle and you know where they're likely to come out on the lane, can make sure an enemy gets finished off. Either by heading there to yourself, or by alerting by alerting a teammate in the proper place. In arena mode, you kind of just have to know when it's best to get behind a pillar or one of the side walls. Hunters actually have a problem in arena mode. There's not as much area for them to maneuver around, and hide. So for there, you have to know. Especially in arena mode, you have to know when is a good time to just get the hell out. Oh, and people playing as a hunter, never assume you're a frontline fighter. You're not. You die very quickly. It would be foolish of you, extremely foolish of you, to try and just wade in ahead of your warriors or your guardians. It is a bad idea. Don't do it. 3 quick things. The starter hunter goddess is Neith, who you saw in our tutorial episodes today. As a hunter, she's an alright introduction. I might have preferred Artemis, but Neith certainly does the job perfectly well. Another thing about the hunters, speaking of Artemis, another fun fact about hunters, Artemis is honestly my favorite hunter, at least at the moment, and last time I looked, she could be picked up in the store for about 750 favor. It's a very solid purchase. Last fun fact about the hunters. The goddess of winter, Skadi, for some reason, unlike any of the other gods I played at the moment, she lags the game pretty badly. Not sure why. This could actually cause it whenever I'm recording. It's not usually a problem. I can go about 5, maybe 10 minutes without it lagging, but after that it's like, whoa! I don't know what's causing it yet. It could just be bad luck, but it could cause if I can't figure out what's going on, it might cause a delay in Scotty's episode. So, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Right. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Basilisk, and I will see you all in the next episode, where we will cover some more tutorials, and the assassin class. In the meantime, thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been, I already said this. Thank you and good night, folks.